Hey, it looks like we're up and running. Give me a hot second here for me to check my signal here. We'll get things up and we'll get to work. Here's our book cover that we're working on, Crystals of Mabar. This is for the Eberron campaign setting in the Carnwood on the continent of Corvair, fighting undead, necromancers, and demons. Let me drop my volume down here to get that out of the way. There we go. That should be low enough to be okay. Great. So I'm going to just go through a quick intro here, and while I do some social media posts, if you're already familiar with the channel, you can skip ahead like a minute, and we'll be into the thick of it. Otherwise, hey, my name is Phil Kearney. I create role-playing games, I illustrate them, and I publish them online. And I'm creating content for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. That's publishing on the DMsGuild. So I've been running games since I was since 1987. I've been a freelance illustrator since 1999. I've been an Eberron enthusiast since 2004, and I've been creating content on the DMsGuild since 2018. And this is the first adventure that I've ever created, Crystals of Mabar, in the Eberron campaign setting. Eberron is my favorite world in 5th edition to run campaigns inside of. It has been pretty much since 3rd edition when it came out. And let's see, I think I've got beep, 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 everything locked down that needs to be locked down. Let's push this forward. Okay, there we go. So here on YouTube, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications when we're live in the future. I am here 10 times per week. If you think what we're doing today is fun, stick around. We got plenty more. And here's a bunch of books I've already created on the DMsGuild. They're all free previews. You can read them cover to cover. If you think they're cool, consider picking them up. Also want to point out that the color mana spell point variant rules, that just went gold medal. So God bless you folks for supporting the stuff that I do. MTG, the spell point variant rules, replaces the 8 schools of magic and spell slots of D&D and replaces it with the 5 color mana system from Magic the Gathering. 5 colors instead of 8 schools, mana spell points instead of spell slots, where like if you want to cast a fireball are normally are naturally devoted to the red color. So it'd be 1 point of mana and then 2 points of whatever color you want, red or whatever. But as long as you're throwing a red spell and you put at least 1 point into it, you fill in the rest of the points with whatever color you want. You can switch the colors in your mana pool whenever you finish a short or a long rest. And depending on what class you are, you get your mana back on a short or a long rest as well. This complements the color the martial power system that we've been playtesting on my Discord server, and I've been streaming for over a year. We're going to be back later on today to look at the updates to the Artificer that came out for Unearthed Arcana playtesting. We've already built that out in our color mana system, so we're going to look at the new options that are now presented for the Artificer and realign our playtesting document to reflect those changes. Nothing but a bunch of positive stuff there. So if you're interested in color mana or spell point variant rules or spell magic or non-spell instant magic effects for as powers and maneuvers for martial characters, subscribe and check out what we got going on later on today. But for the meantime, we are continuing to focus on this Yugoloth Overlord. Where you at, buddy? There you are. Let's zoom in here, and I'm just about done with this guy. We've got our some of the flavor text or the flavor going on inside of the armor here. I'm going to just darken up the lighting here so it's matching the overall tones that we have for the character throughout. Let me grab this here like that. Peck should be to here. So you shouldn't actually see this musculature in here at all. I'm going to bind this all together, I think. I think that's where we're at with this. Let's fold this all like that to there, and then duplicate that group. Okay. Merge this group down. Whoop. There. That feels good. This should not be here. This should be more like this. This guy's unnaturally wide. So we need to bring that curve in a bit. Like that. And here. And then our lighting. Here. Nope, something's still going wrong with our lighting. Hey Fox, how you doing? Hey Fox, how you doing? There, like that. No, where are we at here? No. Something's going wrong. Happy Friday. Welcome to it. Those in the Filbers. Cheers, mate. Let's flesh that out like that. Bring this in a bit. I feel like this here should be cut out, and then this here should be cut out, and this here should be brought in a tig. There. Merge down. We're doing some real nitpicky sculpting here, aren't we? Once this Yugoloth will be done today, and like shortly, and then once it is, we'll go into the smoke effects surrounding the undead, and then we'll walk away happy, and we'll start up the artifacts on Monday. So here, yeah, this is looking pretty good. Sculpt this guy's head a little bit. It too is a little large, so we're going to grab here. Bring it down a little bit. Yeah, we'll go like that. Yeah, that actually feels better. There, good. Before we merge down, let's just sweep through here. Like that. Sabe. Yeah, he is the focal point. So I don't mind spending the time that we spent on him at all. I don't mind spending the time that we spent on him at all. I generally, I'm not going to say never because I'll probably find a reason. But I generally don't, when I finish, I generally don't regret the time spent on any particular piece. It's that birthing process of, this is grueling to endure, but at the end of it, I'm happy with the results. Typically. I occasionally have a miscarriage. It's tragic, but unavoidable. Fortunately, very rare. There we go. Ew. I don't know. Maybe I could have made him more sinister or something at some point. Who knows? No regrets. Let's get this. Not here. I like this song. I don't know. I don't really need a pronounced jawline. He doesn't speak. He just uses telepathy to communicate with people. It's not like he needs well-developed cleomastoids. I like this song a lot too. I like a lot of the music on Epidemic. It's all really short, like stripper music, like 3-minute long songs. It's so great. Yeah, good. That feels right. I'm down with that. Let's see if we can leave this guy. Oops. Let's see if we can leave this guy intact. Here, I need to. Dreadfinger. I don't think I really need to fret details too much further than that. He needs stronger arms back here. Because there's this absolute cannon of an arm up front, so I need to. push that back here. There we go. There. That's the match I was looking for. Merge. Good. This is on his arm day. Cheers to that. All right. I think it looks pretty good. So let's add in some smoke effects. I think it looks pretty good. So let's add in some smoke effects. I don't know if these are black and white or not, but we'll find out pretty quick. Copy image. That's yellowish. I want to make it a little bit more green. Thank you, Time and Timer. I'm gonna push that up a little bit further. Unnatural. This little exclamation point here tells us this is an unnatural color, or rather, it questions whether it can print properly. So that's something I always have to pay a little bit of, at least a little bit of attention to. Like these are all unnatural colors here. I can't make that print proper, so I'm gonna push this down to here. So what happens if I push you up a little bit further? Yeah, there's nothing there's nothing I can do to make that seem like that just doesn't print natural at all. All right, before I get myself carried away. Let's just grab the references we already have. There we go. The solution lies within the problem. Oh my God. Hold on. I naturally came up with the exact same solution. Oh my fuck. That's crazy. Okay, well, obviously it's the right color, so we are fated. We are fated. I'll be able to add in white highlights over the front fog, so it has a bit of a brightening. I need those. I'll be able to add in white highlights over the front fog, so it has. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's get it on. I'll switch to the fogging brush. All right, on. Thanks for the tip. I really don't know. Since I don't see any color, I have to go off of color references and images. I forget what reference sample I used to acquire this color in the first place. But I've gotten a consistent response from folks that, yeah, that's a good, weird smoke color. It rhymes, so I know that it's true. So we're just going to be doing fog for the next hour. Yeah, for an hour. I've got an hour to make fog. So the front end is the most important part, and it becomes less and less important as we move further back in peace. Yeah, for an hour. I've got an hour to make fog. There we go. The front end is the most important part, and it becomes less and less important as we move further back in peace. Front line. So we're fogging each of them separately so that we can sculpt around. Just I start from the front end and work my way back, because all of this back rank, like these little pockets of light, can get eaten up separately without having to worry about, like, am I overflowing on top of this guy or something on a weird way. I can backfill a little bit here like this to help create false shadows, and it's going to work out. This is the right way to go. But yeah, there's fog throughout the manifest zone as part of the necrotic effect of the plane of Mabar rotting away at the vegetation in the forest. It all just kind of breaks down into a necrotic slurry, and so there's this lingering fog everywhere. One of the moss that just naturally grows throughout Mabar is called Lotharia vulpina, and sorry, Vulpina Lotharia. I keep switching them, but yeah, Vulpina Lotharia. It's it exudes this gas. It creates just the natural effect of this. It glows green, and then it releases this poisonous gas that causes the sicking condition, like the. It's not really a condition. It's not an official condition in D&D, but it the poison, the stinking cloud spell has a sickness that it causes. You make a Constitution saving throw, and if you fail it, you'll lose your action until you move out of the fog, and so the fungus that just grows all over the manifest zone has that stinking cloud effect. So the characters are continuously dealing with as a hazard condition, potentially like getting pushed or dragged by zombies or undead, just undead in general, into this fog effect, and it just kills your action economy if you fail your save. And then you get poisoned, so you're at disadvantage on your save, or you have a penalty to your saving throw. Poison, is at disadvantage. And if you fail your save, and you continue to get further poisoned by the effects of the manifest zone, you start gaining levels of exhaustion, and it will eventually kill you if you don't do anything to mitigate it. And then you rise as undead, and you go on a killing spree. So cheers. So cheers to that. Cheers to killing sprees, y'all. Actually, I can afford to leave his hand blank like that and then just fog out behind him with the next undead. So we're just going to do that. Cheers to that. Cheers to killing sprees, y'all. Actually, I can afford to leave his hand nice. And then it also becomes atmospheric disturbance, because as you go further back, the fog continues to rise up. If I ever make a chemical agent, it's going to be a hot pink to look like cotton candy. I want it to be inviting. Oh my God, sugary death. That's awesome. You go, Fox. That's excellent. I want it to be inviting. Oh my God, sugary death. That's awesome. You go, Fox. That's excellent. Fox, do we have you on board this weekend for another playtest? I think you said your schedule is changing. Fox, do But for those that don't know, we playtest on my Discord server. The link is down below. We playtest every Saturday morning here in Seattle from 9:30 till 1 o'clock. We're running currently we're 4th level. We're running a mega dungeon using the martial power mechanics and spell point variant rules in the 5th edition. We're running a mega dungeon from level 3 to 10, and then we're going to switch to playing some Mage Tower with 11th, 13th, 15th, 17th, 20th level characters. But for now, yeah, this guy's looking pretty good. From level 3 to 10, and then we're going to switch to playing some Mage Tower with 11th, 13th, 15th, 17th, 20th level characters. But for now, yeah, nice. Glad to have you. Proud to have you for as long as we do. Beep beep be-doo. This is some music. I think y'all can hear the music now. I think the music balance has changed, but there's some smooth jazz music sort of music that's mixed into this epidemic. The song list, which I enjoy a lot. So I'm only doing ground fog like up to their knees or so over here. Actually, I need to raise this up. That's right. Because there's going to be layer after layer after layer of ground fog behind, and the perspective is slightly tilted, so you can see rank and file further and further back. So like some fog is going to come in here, and then some fog is going to come in here, and then some fog is going to come in here, and it's all like stadium seating style. So over the course of it should fill in all this gappage. So over the course of it should fill in all this gappage. I can leave part of it uncovered because this backlighting is going to get taken care of by the next layer of fog. I'm gonna we'll put some light, maybe some reddish highlights over it. Hot pink, as it were. Maybe we'll put in some hot pink highlights. Maybe that'll be really complimentary. We'll put some light, maybe some reddish highlights. Yeah, this is where the fog starts to burn out. There, like that, and then add in another layer. I don't want to hyper focus on any of it in particular. And then I'll be able to drop in some darker shadow as well. And then I'll be able to drop in some darker shadow as well. I don't, and also want to do a fade into the white here outside of the parameters of the piece. Keep that clear. Like I don't need to cover that up. That's okay. So I can push this down here. Good. And next one. That is probably sufficient. Next. Next. Like this. Hey, what's up, Steve? How you doing? And we're going to use we'll use a masking layer to blend the page background into the illustration so that it fades naturally into the background, because I don't want to break frame here necessarily. So I'm using basically this as my edge. See, I'm hitting edge here. So I'm probably going to push all of this to the side just as touch, and then fade out into the paperwork here. Like this. So I want to take the whole structure and just give it a nudge. Like that. But I can futz around this stuff literally forever. But this is the idea that I want. So we're going to start there. But I can futz around this stuff. Yeah, I like that. That feels pretty good. Cool. So that's secure. We're going to go down here. Start backfilling here. The lantern looks good. The skeletons look like they're interacting with the fog. Yeah. Exactly. That's why I wanted to do each individual layer stacking like this, so they have that progressive thickening, you know? Yeah, exactly. That's why I wanted to do each individual layer stacking like this. And since it's a like none of these, like these are all using like reds and it's everything's skewing red over green. So when we flip it back, we've got a really it's a good color theory says that the fog backlighting actually helps increase the contrast and push forward the image of the undead while it's blending in with them. So it's theoretically it's a good mix. Without actually knowing what I'm doing. I'm colorblind, so I only understand the theory. I don't actually control it at all. I'm colorblind, so I only understand here. But as we move further back, I push the fog up higher because this naturally wafts. And I want it to slowly fill in behind everyone. So I'm doing a sort of side and back gradation. So it slowly creates that atmospheric disturbance. It fills everything in. So, unholy Christmas colors. Right, yeah, you're right. I always forget about those things. Does this feel like Christmas to you? You pay your dues, Jack? Yes, sir. The check is in the mail. Right, yeah, you're right. I always forget about those things. Does this feel like Christmas to you? Pay your dues, Jack? Yes, sir. The check is in the mail. Yeah, I'm talking over myself. Whatever. There. Talking over myself. Whatever. So much of this detail that we did is becoming like unnecessary, but I like knowing that it's in there, and like you can still see that it's in there even though it's being distorted. I like that. I liked it a lot. I like knowing that it's in there. Like you can still see that it's. Thank you, Timely Timer. 40 minutes to go. We're doing great. I should even have time to do like shadow and stuff. Timely Timer. 40 minutes to go. We're doing great. I should even have time to do like shadow and stuff. There like that. By having the separate layers behind that, like it creates this billowing effect. I like that. We're gonna put some we'll put some highlights over it to make it pop a little bit. By having the separate layers behind that, like it creates this billowing effect. I like that. We're gonna put some we'll put some highlights over it. Like that feels good. There we go. Like that. Now I'm just going to add a general layer of fog breaking between these two here. I'm just going to add a general layer of fog breaking between these two here. There we go. And more back ranking here. Back ranking here. And I think this is next rank here. Just keep building. I want to have a layer of separation between each of them. I think just to be consistent. Just keep building. I want to have a layer of separation between each of them. And each layer of each layer of fog just adds more depth and an accumulation to the overall grit. Each layer of fog just adds more depth. There we go. So let's drop in here. Do you want to drop that in there? This guy here in particular is looking a little pale, so I wanted to pull him forward just a smidge. This guy here in particular is looking a little pale, so I wanted to pull him forward just a smidge. Good. Huh. Okay. No, that's okay. Huh. Okay. No, that's okay. Yeah, there we go. Like that. Back row there. Back row. Add this one to the back row. Merge this one down. Add it to the back row. Merge this one down. Add it to the back row. Good. Merge this one down. Add it to the back row. And then that's a further curve. I think those are fogged out enough. Okay, cool. So let's then just I'll add them to the back row too. Just make that a single layer. Just a big clump there. Clump. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go. Is the back row off? Just a smidge. Let's bring that in just a bit. There we go. And now we're going to just build a frame around everything just to make sure. We play within our lines. I'm lightening up the strength of the smudge, so it becomes lighter and more blurs harder, more easily, so that the pixels disintegrate into each other more. There. Blurs harder, more easily, so that the pixels disintegrate into each other more. There. I'm going to take this lighter color here. Some of this distortion effect in here like that. There we go. There we go. Some light distortion, some highlights, some differences in fog density, creating highlight layers like that as a blowing ribbon. Just to add a little bit of atmospheric disturbance into it, just to keep things a little chaotic. And I'm going to hit it all with a very light eraser to blend it in a little bit better. Let's work this into the canvas, as Bob would say. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, wrong way. There we go. That shield is a little too well defined. There, that blends good. Let's take this here and blend here. That feels a little too pronounced, so I want to fade that out that way and then fix it this way. Fade that out that way and then fix it. There we go. Now let's look at the foreground a bit again. I'll push this forward a bit like that. Doing some just natural gradation here. There. All right, that's our last 20-minute burst. We're ready to go. I don't think we're going to need 20 minutes, but I can futz around with it a little bit. But I'm pretty happy with that. So let's do what we said we were going to do and look at playing with some highlight layering. I'm pretty happy with that. So let's yeah, I'm going to put that there. Let's grab this here. Look at playing with some highlight layering. Yeah, I'm going to put that there. Let's grab this here. I may end up abandoning this idea. The piece is otherwise pretty much done. Yeah, I don't like how that's going. I may end up abandoning this idea. The piece is otherwise pretty much done. Maybe he doesn't need it. Switch brushes, see if that helps. That helps. Switch brushes, see if that helps. That helps. What the hell? Get out of my life. I'm not very talkative today. Sorry, guys. I guess I'm kind of tired. Either that or I'm like really focusing in on this and I just don't have anything to yammer about. I hate when I run out of stuff to yammer about. I feel like yammering's half the bit. There we go. Nah, I don't need on that. I think this guy's head's still big, but we're going to be okay with it. Actually, to that point, let's not emphasize him so much. Just a little, it's like a little bit of highlighting, I think, helps separate these things out just a smidge. Yeah, no regrets. I'm happy with that. And it's 7:50 something, so I think I'm going to go ahead and cut stream here. This piece is done. I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, there you go. I'm happy with that. And it's 7:50 something, so I think I'm going to go ahead and cut stream here. This piece is done. I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, there you go. There, finished piece. All right, so that's done. I'm going to fold this up. Bloop. And when I hit save, when we come back on Monday, we're going to start in on all of these artifacts. So give us a little bit of time to talk about each one of those. We'll do some color treatment to all of them. And yeah, so that's it. About damn time we got that thing finished, don't you think? Holy Hannah. I like it. I like how it turned out. I think it's pretty good. I reserve the right to futz with it if it bothers me at some point, but I think maybe I want to put some more. Now that I'm looking at it, I want to fuck around with it a little bit more. Let's get off the front row. Like once we get to the back row. Yeah, like here, I think is where I want to be at. I think this is what I'm actually looking for here. No, I need to have that line of stuff. I need to have that color separation there, but I don't need it here. So I'm gonna fade that in here like that a little bit. No, I need to have that line of stuff. I need to have that color separation there. Don't need it. And then I can drop the opacity a smidge. There we go. Super futzy little detail there, but I think we're doing okay. I'm gonna back it down a little bit more. Super futzy. There we go. Yep. Just wanted to break up the uniformity of it a little bit. There. Good. Push past that, and what we have down here. Where? Some depth here, and then we'll fade it out a little bit. We'll drop the opacity a little. Here, like that. There we go. There, cool. All right, very nitpicky, very, very small detail, but I wanted to break that up just a smidge. So there we go. All right, I'm pretty happy with it. There, cool. All right, very nitpicky, very, very. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys. I'll be back. I think I want to see at 2 o'clock. I'll be back around. Pretty happy with it. Maybe it'll be 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Let's try. Let's shoot for 2 o'clock here in Seattle, which is 6 hours from now. It'll be 5 or 6 hours, either 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. I'm not exactly sure on my timing. It'll probably end up being 1:30 or 2. Yeah, it'll be 1:30 or 2. I'm pretty sure of it. But yeah, we're gonna mess around with the Artificer a little bit today to update the martial powers using that. One of our playtesters wanted to use the Artificer, so I'm glad to see that we have updates to it to provide us with further guidance. And yeah. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. All right, that's it, guys. I will see you on the other side, man. Hey, thanks, Fox. I'm glad to hear it. Glad you like it, too. It's I'm always kind of guessing when we're using color, but it seems to work out. So, all right, that's it, guys. I'll see you maybe in 6 hours. Otherwise, I'll see some of you tomorrow, and I'll see the rest of y'all on Monday. Later, Gators. Bye.